breaking news today out of the 2nd Appellate District in the California Court of Appeals. We are bringing you a major development in the battle between Enri Marini and Anthony ZeroDarkTony D'Amato. After months of filings, excuses, and courtroom drama, the California Court of Appeals Administrative Presiding Justice Elwood Louie has made his decision. Tony's appeal has been dismissed. This ruling follows one of the strangest sagas you'll see in appellate law. ZeroDarkTony's lawyer, Stephen Tamer, argued their failure to pay the court reporter's fees was just a misunderstanding, a credit card decline, a clerk's error, even calling it a little surprise. But the court didn't buy it. Back in July, the court had already given ZeroDarkTony a second chance. Judges reinstated his appeal on one crystal-clear condition: pay the fees within 7 days, or the appeal would be dismissed without further notice. That was the order. That was the warning. And Stephen Tamer still fumbled it. While Tony's side stumbled, Enri kept steady. From the moment he petitioned for a restraining order in November 2024, he has taken this case on himself. He faced down a bully. He secured that restraining order. He responded to every shifting excuse, and now he has defeated the appeal as well. The court's order is blunt. No payment, no transcript. No transcript, no record. And without a record, there is nothing to review. The law does not bend because a lawyer says we meant to pay. Deadlines are deadlines, and Tony had multiple chances. And this isn't Tony's only legal battle. He's facing a storm of trouble. An odd alliance with Scientology has put him on the offensive, targeting critics like Enri, Audit LA, Scientology Audit, Jessica Palmadessa, and prominent ex-members Laura FM and Aaron Smith-Levin. He frequently name-drops Scientology attorney Kendrick Moxon, while raising the majority of his funds from one main contributor, known in chats as 86GOP. Tony's online harassment has brought him to the attention of the public as a suspected paid agent of Scientology. He appears to be unconcerned about the legal consequences of his actions. He's staring at 26 criminal charges for harassing a minor protester and violating that minor's restraining order. That pretrial hearing is set for October 8th in LA Criminal Court. More restraining order hearings are also on the horizon. Mindy Willens, another anti-Scientology activist, continues her case October 10th. And Tony himself has filed 2 more restraining orders, one against a critic known as Crackhead Kenny, and another against former Scientologist Nora Ames, who he bragged about getting fired from her jobs and has harassed repeatedly in his live streams over the course of 2 years. Many observers call those filings retaliation against critics and protected First Amendment speech. Now back to Enri's case. Could Tony try one last move here? Yes, he could file another motion. But listen to Enri's words here. Quote, "He has no standing, but I'm confident he will try it anyway, and I will respond to it just to make sure I leave a good historical record." End quote. Enri deserves credit. He answered every filing to correct the record, and he held ZeroDarkTony and Stephen Tamer accountable for every misstep and inaccuracy. When asked what made the difference, Enri put it plainly. He says, quote, "Basically, criminals like Tony have no standing and they know it. The only Hail Mary they have is hoping you won't be assertive." End quote. Enri is exactly right. ZeroDarkTony thrives on intimidation, hoping victims won't show up in court, pushing people to settle early, threatening litigants, witnesses, and critics alike. But when victims like the minor stood firm and when others shined a public light on his conduct, the pattern was broken. And that's where we are today. Enri Marini stood up to ZeroDarkTony and he won. Persistence, truth, and discipline shut down harassment, even when it hides behind lawyers like Stephen Tamer. The Court of Appeal has spoken. Justice Louie has signed the order. The appeal is dismissed. The excuses are over. Unless a miracle happens in the next 2 weeks, this fight is finished. A big congratulations to Enri. You can follow Enri on YouTube at Audit Your Government. Now for the receipts, check out the subreddit Hero Not Zero. Until next time.